Hi guys. We started a video there and we ran into a problem with the zero stop nuts, the tiny little bolts that hold the zero stop on. Man, they were on tight. I did get them off, but they were bad. My guess is somebody bought this scope and then returned it to Amazon because they really had them things torqued on and it's bad. Anyways, there's a target right over there in the corner. It's about 28 yards from the gun right now. Don't worry about the pool water. Pool pump went out a couple weeks ago. I got to change it. So that's my next project after I get through playing with my gun here. Put in a new pool pump. But we do have the gun set up here. The gun is level. I bore sighted it right to the dead center of the target. I took the bolt out so we could bore sight it. This is the button that releases the bolt, and we've got the parallax set for 28 yards because I'm figuring from the scope to the target is about 28 yards. And whoa, what the hell is that? I do believe I will take a drink. Where'd that come from? Anyways, we did take on the prior video, we did take the zero stop out, and there's little tiny screws in the side of these, and man, they were on tight. Somebody really hammered those babies on. You know, luckily I got them off, but man, they were bad. Anyways, they could very easily be stripped. You know, I'm kind of guilty of that stuff myself. People buy things from Amazon, they send them back. To be honest with you, this particular scope, I was going to send it back, and I still might, but it was so beautiful when I got it. It's like, wow, I got to keep that baby. Anyways, what we did is we bore sighted the gun, and we put the crosshairs dead spot on. Now I'm going to double check that right now. I'm going to put you down right here. Now the first video that I recorded, the dogs hit the camera, and who knows how long it was aimed at the wall. So we started another one. I love my job. It's a good thing I got a day job. If I had to do stuff with this, okay, the bore, if I had to do stuff with this YouTube, I'd be starving. Anyways, the bore is dead spot on. The gun is dead spot on level. And the scope, now I ended up holding this gun on a plumb bob string. You really shouldn't trust this bubble on the area 419. It's a little bit off. You know what? One of the things I asked myself is, how in the hell can they possibly set that bubble perfect? And you know, there's a lot of it's slightly off, but we do have it. We know where it's perfect, and we got the scope perfect. Now let's check the crosshairs on this scope. Okay, this is just a bore sight, and we do have I'm just trying to get a dead center on the bullseye down there. And I'm gonna okay, it's dead center on the bullseye. Now I'm going to show this to you. I don't know if it'll come through in the camera or not. I gotta be careful with that. You can very easily kick that table. But anyways, let's take a look here. Now, I doubt if you can see the bore side, but you might be able to see through the maybe not. We'll have to work on that. I do have an apparatus that I can set my phone up to do that. but we haven't graduated that far yet, you know, to doing that stuff. Anyways, we did take the zero stop off. Now what we're going to end up doing is we're going to put that zero stop back in, and then we're going to set this to 0 when we set this torque cap, and we're going to set this torque cap to 0. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do both of those things right now. So let's pop off this cap. Let's put this zero stop in. Wow, those dudes, somebody torqued that baby down. Okay, just like so. Now when we put this back on, you know what I'm saying, we are not going to put it on that tight. That's crazy. Like I said, when you buy something from Amazon, there's a chance somebody else had it. And those things were tight. Now see, I just put that one on. Now this screw, I'm going to show you a top view of this once I get it all set. Okay, with those 3 screws, that's good enough. Okay, what we did is we put the zero stop in right here. There's a little bar sticking up right here. So we turned that dial so this lever is touching that bar. But in any case, we did tighten all these set screws, not like they were. I think some jack had this baby and really yanked on those. But anyways, we got it set. So now we're going to take this torque cap and we are going to set it down, and we're going to put it on 0. Now it's not perfect. What we're doing here is we're just getting this set up so that we can put shots on paper. Now I can do the same thing to this turret. We're going to do that right now. I got to set this phone down. This is a 2-hand job. But we're going to take off. Be careful not to turn it. Not so critical now, but when you do the fine-tune adjustment, we're going to take this. What surprises are going to be behind this window. And then we're going to put this cap back on. So that it's on 0. All this buys us is shots on paper. Once we fire a few rounds, 5 rounds at 30 yards, we'll dial it in even more. And then we go through the same process. And then we'll do 50 yards and dial it in even more. 5-shot group. And then we should have a dead nuts, and then we'll do this same process and set these turrets to 0, set the zero stop to 0, and we're going to show you that when we get to the shooting. Obviously, we're not going to do any shooting in my backyard. We don't want the Henderson SWAT team down here looking for me. So anyways, we did set that, so now we're going to stick this